I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. You know, how valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is the documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast. So I guess we'll see if this sounds better compared to the other shows that I've done, but I got this mic stand, or this mic arm. It's what I've always used, but I got this new desk and the bar underneath the desk is too far out, so it doesn't allow the mic arm to clamp. So I put it back on there. I'm forcing it to hold on here, and I think I broke some of this plastic wood laminate bullshit, so whatever. But I think the mic quality will sound a lot better because the mic is a lot closer to my face as opposed to being kind of down here like this. So I don't know if you can tell the difference between here and then me being right here, so whatever. But we got this going. I got one of these, I'm not sure what you call it, but it just prevents vibrations from the desk or the arm or whatever from going into the mic and the mic picking it up. So it's on this little springboard holder thing. I don't know what you call this shit, but just increases the quality ever so slightly. And now I don't have to hold the mic. I don't have to, whatever. So anyway, I don't really have three topics in mind. Or not, I have three topics in mind. I don't have the three topics written down and ready because I don't know what I want to call this shit. I don't know. I'm just going to see, like, super unprepared. Don't give a fuck. We're going to talk. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, so I bought this little timer. It's got a huge button on the top that allows me to, it's just a timer. But the thing about this is it goes past $99.99, which is almost, I think it's an hour and 40 and 39 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. That's what $99.99 is, right? Is that right? Whatever. So anyway, I got this timer. It goes up to 1 hour. It's whatever it is. It goes up really high. It doesn't cap out at an hour and a half. So that was important because I'm going to be working for a lot longer than an hour and a half. And I bought this because it has a huge ass button that I can start a timer, stop a timer, and then just jot down the notes of what time it is. And I bought this because I want to track the amount of time that I spend working at my house. And I want to track the productive hours of the amount of time that I work. So if I go downstairs and I start cooking food, I'm going to pause this, go down there, get that, and then come back up here and then continue working. And so, like, if I grab my phone, I start scrolling social, I'll pause it, whatever. And this is for me, so this isn't me trying to be like, I work 500 hours every day. I don't really give a fuck to flex that unless I have productive hours logged so that I got shit going on, because if I say I'm working 1,000 hours a week, but I'm not making progress, that's pretty embarrassing, huh? So this is for me, but I wanted to share the fact that I'm doing this because I saw some, let's just be straight up. So I saw this post on Facebook, and it was one of my friends that I used to work with. He posted on his story that he was doing with whatever school he's going through. I'm not sure. And this is no hate. It's just more like, if he can do it, I can do it kind of thing. But he posted and he said that he logged 400 something hours for the month for whatever kind of schoolwork he's got going on. So I saw that and I was like, bro, nah, I got this shit. Watch this. So now for me, I just want to beat that. So it was like 460 or something like that. So in a month. So if you want to do, dude, I'm pretty much there, which is kind of crazy, but I want it to be more productive than it is. So if it's 470 hours per month, if you divide that by 30, it's 15 and a half hours of work per day. So that is a lot, but so I'd have to average 15 a day. So at the moment we have 10 at my main job, and then we times that by 5, and then we have, I think I've talked about this before, but then we've got FedEx, which we'll just say 8. And then we have washing trucks, that's 7. So that's 65 already. So then if I average 3 hours, if I average 4 hours because Sundays I can throw a lot more time in there. Well, let's just add it up. Well, I don't know the average. Just be real. So because I hit the gym longer now, so it's 3 times. So that's 15 for the week because 3 hours every day. So that's 80 hours total. And then Saturday we probably could throw in 4, and Sunday we could probably throw in, because I'm not hitting that gym that day either. Let's say 8. So that's 92 hours per week spent working. So if I do it for 4 weeks, so 92 divided by 7, I guess that's what I should hold on. 92 divided by 7 is 13. So if I'm going to beat that, I got to have 2.5 hours more worth of work per week to even tie it. So that probably won't happen for a while because I really am unable to dedicate more time to work unless I were to cut the gym out. Actually, I'm trying to think about how I would do this, or go to sleep a little bit later. So I guess there's ways to do it, but there's something about 100-hour work weeks in my mind that sound just so baller. And again, I don't know. I'm sharing all my thoughts because this is a podcast targeted or made around documenting everything. So that includes my thoughts, ambitions, desires, failures, wins, losses, you name it. So that's one of the thoughts I have. I think 100-hour work weeks are pretty fucking cool. And it's just, okay, so straight up, for me, it's one of those things where it's like people bitch about working 40. People want to get rid of the 40-hour work week because it's too much time spent working. And here I am purposely trying to work 100 because I think it's cool. So, and that's the other thing I'm going to segue into, which is kind of figuring out what game in life you're trying to play, and then figuring out what rules you're playing the game you're trying to play by. But I'll talk about that in just a sec. But for no other reason than just to hit 100, I think that's cool. Like 100 hours, if it's all productive and you're not just sitting on your thumb, I think that's cool. Like to say that I spent 100 hours working toward whatever I got going on. And you could argue the fact that my main jobs aren't working towards my goals, but I need money for everything I got going on. So indirectly supporting the big goals and dreams. So yeah, it's going to be even cooler when I got my own shit going on, because I could wake up at 4 a.m. if I wanted to, start work at 5, and then not stop until like 8 p.m. So that's really cool. That again is only 15 hours, but dude, is that even possible? 500 divided by 30? It'd have to be a day with 31 days, huh? Just to get the extra. Okay, so 500 divided by 31 is 16.12. So that's 16 hours and 4 minutes? 5 minutes? 5 minutes. 16 hours and 5 minutes. Because 15 times 12 is, yeah, so 16 hours. So, but if I go 500 divided by 30, 16 and a half. So having one more day in the month, if I did it in January or March or May or July or August, then I would get half hour. Wow, dude, what a start to the show, huh? Don't know what the fuck I'm saying. All I'm trying to say is I think it'd be cool to hit a 500-hour work month, provided they're all productive hours. But that I don't know if I'll hit that now, but when I have my own shit going on, I think that's more possible. I don't know, dude, but we'll definitely go for 400. I mean, we'll go for 400. So 31. So I'd have to do it. Yeah, it's 400 divided by 31. See, that's not even 13 hours a day. So I can totally hit that. So 13 hours working per day for a whole month, that would get me 400. So we'll try to get into the 400 club. That'd be cool. How many is that in here? Hold on, let's see real quick. Sounds fucking crazy, dude. Hold on. 400. So 12.9. Wait, what? What am I even trying to figure out? 400. Hold on. What am I even trying to calculate here? 400 divided by 31. So 12.9. 12.90322. 12.90322 times 365. So that's 4,709 hours worked in a year if I continue that pace. So 4709 is what my goal is, for no other reason than just to say I did it, and it's something I can be proud of later on. So kind of like when white people run marathons and they do contests or whatever, just to say that they did it and they're proud of themselves. That's what this is for me. It's probably really weird to hear that, but whatever. It's cool to me, and I like that stuff. So 4709. So the average person, if they work 40 hours a week, 40 times 52 is 2,080. So I'd be double and a quarter more than the average person, which I'm not trying to play the average person's game, so it's kind of silly for me to compare my stats to, But that's the other thing I want to talk about, which was, because I was thinking about this, dude. I was thinking about how there's certain professions out there and there's certain jobs that just have such great benefits and such this and great this, or just any other path in life where there's opportunities or just you name it. But the prime example here is just jobs that have a lot of benefits, or they offer a pension, or they have great retirement, or they have great hour, like whatever. And generally speaking, it's great to have a good opportunity like that and be engaged in it. But because I think about this a lot, because right now I'm trying to take all my money out of retirement, or I guess how much I put every single check into retirement, because I know I'm not going to need it, and I know that I'm not going to be at my current job for the rest of my life. So therefore it's going to end at some point, and therefore the money that is advertised as my return won't be accurate, because if I'm leaving in a year and a half, then I'm going to see not even 5% of that, because it compounds and everything like that. So I'm sitting here basing decisions off of a job that I have that is made for one style of play in this game of life. And I'm not even trying to get the rewards or the benefits or whatever of that. What I'm trying to do is be a multimillionaire by the time I'm 60, right? And hopefully sooner. But I'm in no rush. What am I going to do? Die? I wouldn't know the difference anyway. So who gives a fuck? But that's the goal. So by me slaving away at a job and getting, I don't know, let's see. So I defaulted at like 5%. I think total, it's like 9.44% of my total check was being sent to like all total retirement, right? So if I make $2,000, then that would be $200 per check thrown into retirement. And it's my money, so I'm keeping it. I get that, and it is invested for me. And there has been maybe a 4% return on the money, which it's so interesting to think about shit like that. Because if I don't even want to get into that. Never mind. So, but I'm playing this game in life where I have this job that has great benefits, and it's got great insurance plans, and it's got great retirement, and I have so many perks and things that I can do when I travel and rent this and do this and stay here. And the hours are the one thing that's relative, and what I'm about to say is the hours, kind of. So I have every other Friday off, which is cool. But in exchange, I have to work 10-hour days every day. And so to be fair, it's 9 hours, but you throw in a lunch in there, you throw in the drive time, you throw in all that shit, it's 10 hours. Because the moment, for example, if I have to go to work right now and I have to be there in 20 minutes, the moment that I shift gears into getting ready for work is the amount of time spent toward work, whether I'm doing shit or not. Because if I'm not going to work, then I wouldn't have to get ready and drive or whatever. So therefore, that time is also allotted to whatever I was doing previously. So drive time should absolutely be factored in the amount of time you spend going to work. So that being said, I'm 10 hours a day, but I have every other Friday off. So that's cool. But stepping back, it's like so I'm a healthy individual. I don't remember the last time I went to the doctor because I was sick. I have no idea. I really have no idea. I don't remember the last time I got prescriptions. Is that what they're called? I'm not even trying to be an asshole. Is it like prescription? Prescriptives? Whatever, medicine. I don't remember the last time I went and got medicine, like over the counter. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I took anything over the counter, like anything like a Tylenol. I took a Zyrtec for allergies, I think last year. So anyway, as far as insurance and shit goes, I mean, I've talked about it before, but insurance is just such a fucking scam, dude. You're betting companies that you will have injuries, that you will be sick, that you'll get in an accident, whatever. Like that's the bet. It's literally what it is. Hey, insurance company, I bet you $69 a month that I'm going to get in an accident so you can cover it. I bet you. So fucking dumb, dude. So I'm a healthy individual. I spend money on insurance monthly, spend money on car insurance and shit like that, in which I get the car insurance thing to a certain extent, but I don't know. There's a lot of nuance to what I'm saying, as like with everything in life, but fuck, getting way off track. So I'm a healthy individual. I never go to the doctor. So why am I paying this insurance shit? Why I don't need this job. Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. I don't need this job that has all these benefits if I don't care to use them or if I'm not going to take advantage of them. So to somebody who does want the stuff, this is a valuable position. But to somebody who is playing a different kind of game in life, that's irrelevant. And then there's a lot of perks that I get for my current position that are awesome. But if I don't plan to travel, if I don't plan to use them, it's void. And therefore, it wouldn't matter if I did or didn't have them, if I don't plan on using them, period. It's cool to know that I have the ability, but if I'm never going to use them, it's like I never have them. So therefore, it's just void. And then we have the extra hours and stuff. So like, that's cool that I have every other Friday off, but I'm feeling that with more work so that I can get to where I'm going faster. So that's void as well. So it's like this great position and job. And by the way, I'm not shitting on it to anybody who might be listening thinking I'm ungrateful. Very grateful for my position. However, with my goals and where I'm trying to go in life, it's just, to me, it's just a way to make money. And there's plenty of ways to do that. So I was just thinking about that. And it's funny because I subconsciously make these decisions. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get rid of this job because it's got discounts if I go to Florida for a weekend in May or whatever. It's like, what? I don't plan on ever traveling for like the next fucking 10 years if I don't have to. I want to just stay and work and get my shit going, because then in 10 years, then I'll make $100,000 a day. So that's and I say that, and to people who maybe don't have huge goals and ambitions, that might sound cocky or whatever. And if that is you, like, perhaps trying to show off, because I've got a lot of ambition around here. So anyway, but I think about that, and then I think about that in other terms, in other areas of life as well. It's like, what am I doing that's for a typical person in society that isn't benefiting me in real life, in my real life? Because my goal is I just talked about it. My goal is to work 100 hours a week. I think that's cool, because people bitch about working 40. Dude, hell, even people bitch about working 32. So that's kind of a boost for me, because it's like, yeah, well, whatever. But I think about other areas of life where I'm following those rules of game that don't apply to where I'm trying to go. So people say you got to save for retirement. Well, it's like, dude, what if I make $10 million a year by the time I'm 45? That's more than people get in 1 year and then their whole entire retirement, right? So if I can do that, then why would I ever waste a single cent in my retirement? That's saying, what if it doesn't work? Or what if I fail or whatever? Well, it's like, I can't fail if I don't quit. So I'm going to make it. So I'm going to use that money that would otherwise be sent to retirement, which you can argue both ways, because it's not even that much. If you spend $200 a check on retirement, in the meantime, there's not a ton that I can do with that $200 now that would make me more profit or whatever now. But that's for now. So maybe in 3 years, maybe $200 biweekly is a game changer, and that allows me to move forward with business faster or whatever. Who knows? Just an example. Fuck. So it's like, I'm not doing the whole retirement thing, right? I just full-fledged belief in myself that wherever I'm going, wherever I'm headed, I'll make it there, and that money won't be an issue. And as long as I don't quit, right? And there's just no way that I will. And I think just having that belief in myself will pay just the simple belief in myself and in my capabilities, trusting in myself so heavily that I will make this work. I think that itself might be the single most important aspect of everything that I've got going on right now. And it's pretty cool to have. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I honestly lost my train of thought, but segue out of that. But there's just certain rules of life and societal norms and things that are typical and average and whatever that we all think we need to follow. But I think a lot of us, I mean, including myself, that's just how it's been. It's how it's always been. So it's like, okay, I'll guess I'll do that. But if we just took a step back and thought for ourselves and like, okay, well, I'm going to go do this route. I don't need discounts on this. I don't need retirement. I don't need the best insurance plan. I don't need the coolest car, because it's funny because there's people out there that don't like Lamborghinis. They think they're dumb. They think they're ugly. They just need a 2001 Civic that gets them from point A to point B. That's all they need. And at the end of the day, a car is a car. It's got 4 wheels. It takes you where you need to go. You put gas in it, you drive. That's it. A car is a car. Everything else is just vanity, right? Whether it's a super nice ass Lamborghini that I will own one day, or if it's a shitty Civic, right? They both do the same thing. You get behind the wheel, push the gas pedal, you go from here to there. One does it cooler, one does it faster, whatever. Still does the same exact thing. But someone might be playing the Lamborghini game, or playing the Honda game, trying to live by Lamborghini rules. So they think they need the flashiest this, they think they need the fastest this. It's got all these bells and whistles. It's the coolest. It's got the best perks. It's got the best mileage, whatever it is. But it's like, I don't need that. I'm just going to the gym every day. So I don't need all these extra perks and things. I don't need what society tells me I need. I don't need to follow this path because it's better. I don't need to whatever. And I'm in favor of the Honda in this analogy. So I think about that often. I think about it and I try to figure out different areas in life that applies to. So that's just one analogy. So, like society tells you need to go to school, you need to get married, you need to have kids, you need to get a degree, you need to blah, blah, blah. It's like, how about I just work 100-hour work weeks to make my dreams a reality, and you can do what you want to do. I'm not going to, it's funny because what I'm doing to other people is extreme. What I'm doing, to other people, is extreme. And I was talking to my coworker about this today because we're just talking deep talks about shit. And I was like, sometimes I do feel like I'm on the extreme side of things. And then he was like, oh, compared to what? And I was like, you know what? That's a good ass point. Compared to average fucks. Yeah, of course this is extreme. Of course. To people who just work their 9 to 5, come home and watch TV, drink beer, whatever. Of course this is extreme because they're doing absolute bare minimum. Shit, their bare minimum would probably be just waking up, and then that's their successful day. They just wake up. They didn't die, so they had a good day, I guess. But for me, to me, that's lazy as fuck. But I don't say, hey, you're a lazy piece of shit. You need to work 100 hours a week or you're not going to be anything. I don't give a fuck. You do you. But for some reason, it bothers other people who are not doing the quote unquote extreme shit. But that was such a moment for me when I was like, yeah, dude, compared to what? Compared to who? And then in my head, I was like, yeah, compared to the average person. Of course, this is extreme. Shit, going to the gym more than once a week. Bro, I deliver packages, and sometimes I deliver 5 million pound bed frames, and the person who receives it says, oh, you don't got to go to the gym today. It's like they probably truly believe that one thing just opts them out of gym for the whole week. It's like, dude, that's not how it works, nor will that ever be how it works. But it's just the mentality of people, So I don't know, just whatever, man. It's just point of what I'm trying to say here is I've been playing a game by the wrong rules, and I'm slowly figuring out those rules don't apply to aspects of what I'm trying to achieve. Like, for example, retirement. I'm sure it'll be cool to have, but if I have so much belief in myself, I'll be fine. And guess what? If I fail and I fail again and I fail 10,000 more times and I'm 65 years old and I have $0 in my bank account, then whoever you are listening, you can come and laugh in my face. But until then, eat shit. How about that? And to be fair, I don't think anybody gives a fuck. I don't think I've got anybody that's like, oh, you're a piece of garbage. You work too much. People throw slights at me all the time. You don't got any hobbies. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. You don't have any memories. There's more to life than work. You're gonna blah blah blah. You're missing out on this. Like, not really, bro. If I don't like to do something and then I don't do it, how am I missing out on that thing? Fuck. I'll be honest, this podcast has been like a little way for me to blow off steam because I just interact with some fucking people sometimes. And to be fair, they just got their own beliefs, their own goals in life, and that's fine. I don't try to shit on them for theirs, but they sure as shit like to throw shit at me, so that's annoying. And to be fair, for documentation purposes, people aren't calling me names, people aren't being rude to me, but it's just small things. And I say this all the time because it has happened more than once, which is, you don't have any hobbies. You're going to miss this. You never come around. No shit, bro. I like to do things that I like to do, just like you do. Crazy. All right, that's the show. Peace. Hey, thanks for listening. And quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.